Hi, my beautiful ladies. As I promised you, you still have some time to do last week's challenge. However, I am going to record this week's challenge today and upload it. So don't worry, don't panic. They will overlap. But you still have some time to do last week's because I was totally late with it. So don't worry about it. So, Chapter 9 is a really important chapter because it talks about a lot about leading your team and leading your army, basically. So, it breaks it down into 10 really nice ideas and things that you need to remember in order to build your team and look at the business on a leadership level. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through her 10 E's to being an empowered entrepreneur and give you this week's challenge, which is going to be based on you as a leader, which is why I have the leadership program, because I'd like to treat you guys as leaders right away and not wait 6 months down the line, because now is as good as time as any. So number 1, 86 the ego. So in this profession there can be a lot of ego, we experience a lot of rejection, there's a lot of humility. So what do we do when we're rejected? Do we go into the corner and feel sorry for ourselves? No, we don't. We take that rejection and you know what? We move on, because what did I say? A no could become a yay, maybe, and could become a yes somewhere down the line. So we don't stop with the no's. So never convey negativity, whether it's to a client, whether it's to your downline, which is why I like to keep our page positive, and we thrive on the positivity. Do not compare yourself to other reps. You are not another rep. You do things differently, which is why I like to take the book and I like to sometimes change it up a little, because I like to work my business according to my personality, which is what you guys are going to do. Some people are very business-like, professional-like. I like to keep it authentic and genuine, so I'm quirky, I'm crazy, and feel free to do the same, because I won't be the one that's going to tell you, put on that business suit and those professional glasses and keep a straight face, because I like to have fun, and I like to know that I'm working on a business that can keep my life fun. So you put your personality into the business. I highly believe in that. If you focus on the competition, what do? We focus on everybody else and what everyone else is doing. We're losing time and we're draining our energy focusing on other people, when we can put that into positive energy and into our business and grow our own business. So who cares what everybody's doing? We concentrate on our own. Number 2, exude energy and excitement. We are in the business, we are in the promoting business, in case you didn't know by now, which is obvious. So if you put a lot of energy and excitement into your pitch, into your business model, guess what? Other people will see that excitement and live and thrive off of that. And that's why it's very important to pick a product that speaks to you, and very important to pick a product that you love. Because if you don't love it and you're not authentic, then people can see you a mile away. So enthusiasm and excitability is really important. Number 3, encourage. Good leaders are great at recognition for accomplishments both great and small. People will work harder for praise rather than raises. So this is absolutely true. I work for the government and we get no encouragement, we get no praises. But the moment that one of my bosses will say, Anita, good job today, you know what? They lift me up several levels by the end of the shift. And that speaks true with everything, not just business, but with life. When I tell my 7-year-old, you did an awesome job today, or great going on that soccer game, or great going on that test, even if he had 4 wrong, a smile on his face right away. So it works for every single levels of life, whether it's work, whether it's your significant other, whether it's your friends, or whether it's your pet dog. Praise goes a long way, so you should do the same thing within your team. Number 4, engage your team. So good leaders know how to take a spotlight, turn it away from them, and shine it onto their teams. Have a featured success story or another person speak. So let's say you're having a business training, or you're doing a spree cast, or you're having a business, a business meeting, anything that you're having with your team, well, why not ask somebody from your team to speak, or talk about their success story, or talk about their experience, or something positive that happened to them. Which is why I like when we share things on the team page, because I think everybody should be posting their success stories, because we can encourage each other and actually take something that someone posted and say, hey, I want to try that. So very important. 5, educate your team. Good leaders take the responsibility to train their teams. Leadership program. Allison and Heidi's online training. There should be trainings that should be coming from home office, which they're probably working on, that will come in the future, maybe at convention. But don't keep yourself back from wanting to do these things with your own teams, and sharing a training, whether it's just a simple business meeting where you guys share your ideas of how we can promote the business. Anything you want, anything that you do where you're stepping outside of the back box with your team is taking the responsibility to cultivate your business within your team. So it's very important. Equip your team. So encourage your team to rise to the challenge and develop their own leadership right away. This is what I was saying at the beginning. So why wait 6 months down the line to start talking to someone about, would you like to get into a leadership role and start building your team? Start with them right away, which is why last week's checklist was very important, because I wanted to see if you guys put that into your checklist, whether you'll touch base with your people on your team and start creating those superstars right away, because there's no reason not to, unless they tell you, look, this is how I want to start slow. But if you tell them that, you know what, I want to start meeting with you, I want to start doing some team trainings or some team meetings, would you like to come? They might come and just realize that the more they participate, the more that they want to build this business and want to be like you. So that's really important. Encouragement is important. So good leaders know how to elevate and lift up the entire organization, which includes corporate, upline, downline. So it's all part of that positivity. Not only are you being positive and encouraging to your own downline, you're doing the same to your sponsors, you're doing the same to all your upline, you're doing the same to headquarters, you're doing the same to corporate, you're doing the same to everybody. You're treating everybody the same. So you might not like your sponsor, or you might not like your sponsor's sponsor, but that doesn't have to come out. Whether it's in messages to one another, whether it's on team pages, whether it's on your Facebook, whether it's in private emails. These are things that, yes, in real life we're not going to like everybody, and I totally get that. But as a business, and if you want to thrive, you need to be able to control those feelings and keep them. Because you don't want to be recruiting people and showing them, well, this is what I say about my sponsor, and have them go, I wonder what she's saying about me when I'm not listening or I'm not around. You don't want to create that. You want to be positive no matter what. Now, does that mean you need to be fake and suck up to the people that you don't necessarily get along with? No, but you just need to be civil and need to understand that in order to grow your business, cut out the negative and build on the positive. Number 8, ethical leaders go the distance. So be a person of abundance and integrity. So if you are going to say a certain thing, or you're going to hear someone say something, and you ask them the question, can I quote what you are saying, and they say no, then you know that it's simply gossip. So if let's, for example, Allison were to be listening to me and I was talking about, let's say I was talking about, I'll use an example. I was talking about Amalia. And if Allison can say, Anita, can I go to Amalia and tell her what you said? And I say, well, no, of course not. Then you know that I'm gossiping. If I say, absolutely, please tell Amalia what I said, then you know that it's not gossip and it's factual, and it's something that can help her business, Allison's business, or my business. So we have to refrain from the gossip and stick to integrity. And integrity is huge in every aspect of life. So important that you're always thinking, is what I'm saying or is what I'm doing ethical? Treat others with respect, absolutely. How you interact with the distributors in the company will be what you see duplicate down. Oh yeah, this is huge. So I'm always saying that you start from the top, and how the top person acts will trickle down all the way down to the bottom of the team. So you want to be a role model, you want to be a leader. How you behave and act and interact is going to be how your downline will be too. So make sure when you're doing something or saying something that if you say, if I heard someone saying this on my team, would I be okay with it? And if you say yes every single time, then you're doing a perfect job. So hugely important, because if you're going to be a negative person, or you're going to be the person that dwells on the competition and dwells on how somebody else is doing, your downline's going to see that, they're going to feed off of it, and they're going to be the same way. Think of yourself as a mom. So how I want to be as a mom and how I want to treat other people is how I want my kids to grow up and be like and copy. Same idea with the team. So number 9, lead by example. Whatever you do duplicates, so don't train on things you're unwilling to do. So if I tell you guys, I want you to make a YouTube video and post it and tell me why you got into the business, but I can't do a YouTube video and post it for X reason, then why should I expect you guys to do it? Why should I think that, well, if they're gonna, if they come outside their box, then I shouldn't have to come outside my box? Well, absolutely not. Whatever I do or whatever I ask you guys to do, I should be able to do as well. Whether it's on video, whether it's with my team, whether it's with potentials, whether it's with my network, anything I ask you guys to do, it's because I can put myself in your shoes and do it as well. So don't ever ask of your team something that you cannot do yourself. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're asking someone to be a certain way and you can't do it, then maybe you need to step back and go, well, maybe I need to do it first, and then I can ask them to do it. So hugely important. And never stop building your team, because once you stop recruiting, that's when you're going to stop growing. So she says, stop recruiting and you die a slow death in network marketing, which is absolutely true, because the more you recruit, the more chances of people somewhere down the line that are not going to continue. So you have to always keep building. Number 10, endure. Pick a company and stick with that company. So yes, if you have Gel Moment and like I do Sensi, and those are the 2 companies that I want to build, well then I'm going to leave everything else on the back burner and grow those 2, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So there will be ups and downs on your journey. Success requires you to fail forward. Discipline your disappointments. Don't deviate from your mission, and be driven by your dream. Do not quit. Huge words. So on those 10 points, what do I want you guys to do this week? I want you to touch base with any number of your downline, but I expect you to touch base with at least 1. And I want you not to call, not to schedule a Skype, not to email, but to see them face to face. So either a coffee, lunch date, brunch, breakfast, dinner, I don't care what it is. I want you to meet up with them and find out how they are doing. However, if your downline is far from you, and I totally get it, then what I want you to do is Skype. Okay? I want them to see and feel you. So more than just your voice on the phone, I want them to see your expressions. I want you to see their expressions. So if you guys can do that, then that would be amazing. So I'm looking forward to your checklist, and I'm looking forward to you telling me how your one-on-one went with at least 1 of your team. Okay, guys? So that's it for this week. Last week's will be due, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and this week's is overlapping. So you still have a week for this week's touching base, okay? If you cannot do it within this week, don't forget to send me a message. Guys, we've got one more chapter to go. So no reason why you can't finish these 2 in time, alright? So I love you. Keep up the hard work. You guys are amazing. Big kisses from Montreal. Bye! Have a great